I'm gonna be going over the perfect drink photo, especially when it comes to condensation. Now, I've been doing this for a long time. Drink photography is a must when it comes to product photography. And even if you're not into product photos, lifestyle, portrait, I guarantee you having a good grasp on drink photography is gonna help you tremendously, because you never know when your lifestyle shot or your portrait shoot is gonna call for your model to be holding onto a delicious cold beverage that's obviously gonna need some type of condensation to make it look even more desirable than it already does. So I guarantee you, you're gonna get a lot out of this. Beyond what I think is an absolute must to make this photo come to life, which I'll show you today, I'm gonna share with you my #1 kept secret that I have never told anybody of how I get the perfect condensation on my drinks. I actually think I've never seen this tip online anywhere. So this is an exclusive. This is a first. And I happen to have it sitting right here. So that will come towards the end of this video. But before we even get into this, you're gonna need a few different things. #1, let's get your drink in hand. Today, we're gonna be using a can of Pepsi. Nothing special about it. This is straight out of the package. I bought it at Vaughn's or maybe Ralph's, one of the two. It actually has some dents and dings in it, but that doesn't really matter because we're gonna be showing how we do condensation and light it. Next thing you're gonna need is glycerin. Now, you've probably seen this tip all over and it's a must for sure. If you haven't heard this before, glycerin is basically like sugar water. Don't drink it. It's not like that kind of sugar water. Yeah, it's glycerin. What you're gonna wanna do is go ahead and mix glycerin with water. Now, I do about a 50-50 split. Some photographers do more glycerin, some photographers do less. Play with it on your own, but 50-50 is pretty much the standard and you can't really go wrong with it. Too much will make it too heavy, too little will allow it to do its justice. Get some good glycerin. It doesn't really matter the brand, just make sure it's pure glycerin or at least close to it. This will allow your drops to stick to the can or the glass or whatever you are shooting even better and longer, because when you spray water on it, it tends to roll off really quick, or it dries and then you miss your opportunity to shoot the shot. Now with glycerin, you could literally spray this, let it sit there, come back the next day, and you're still good to go. And that's why glycerin is awesome when it comes to drink photography. Then finally, you're gonna need a spray bottle. Now I use 2 different spray bottles. I use this one and this one. They both serve a purpose. This one is a classic spray bottle. It has bigger drops. And then this one is more of a mister. So if you have it like that, it mists. It easily spreads the condensation a little bit more evenly and softer. This one offers a little bit more heavier drops, and I got it on my table. Okay, now that we have all the things that we need to shoot our drink photo, let's go ahead and shoot it. And don't forget, I have this that I'm gonna show you in a little bit. Whoa! All right, for the sake of this little workshop I'm putting on, I'm gonna keep the setup very, very simple, which is why we're just gonna go with white seamless. Take out this umbrella, and this will act as our key light right here. Put sand on your C-stands. I can't tell you how many times I've forgotten. Yeah, doesn't turn out too good. Oh, I need more sand. See? Dang it, I almost lost the light. All right, so there are a million different ways to light drink photography, but for our scenario today and what we're doing, I'm gonna be just doing a nice soft overhead light that's gonna allow for a nice even soft light to hit our can, to hit the backdrop, to really show off that condensation. I'm actually gonna switch to a tripod because I need to get lower. Now I'm just gonna add another diffusion panel just to make my light a little bit softer. Now I have our whole shot set up behind me. There is a ton of different ways to shoot drink photography, and I'll do a whole nother video that highlights my favorite ways to shoot drink photography, whether it's can or bottle or whatever. But for our purposes today, I'm just gonna be using one light, shooting from camera right through a sheet of diffusion, and then I'm gonna bounce some light onto the other side, because today we're just really looking at the condensation level, not really how we're actually gonna light it. But like I said, I'll have another video that highlights all of that coming out very soon. Also, because I get this question a lot, the equipment that I'm using today is a Profoto D2 with a 1x3 strip box. And then the camera I'm using today is a Sony a7R5 with a 40mm Zeiss lens on it. Here you can see the little cocoon of light that I made for our Pepsi can. We have no condensation on there yet. And now I think we're ready to shoot our first shot. So no condensation. Let's go ahead and add condensation to it. And then I'll show you my little hack. So here, I'm gonna be using this spray bottle. It has a bigger droplets. And I think it'll be better for our purposes today. So I'm just gonna hit it really lightly and let the droplets fall onto our can. There's our can right there with our new condensation on it. All right, now that I put the can back in there, let's go and take a shot. Build back this little cocoon. Now that we have our photo with the original condensation, it's time to unveil my secret. And here you go. There it is, a bar of soap. Let me show you. Now, I don't know why this works. Whenever I was in the shower and I was using a bar of soap, it felt like my skin had like a little layer. I noticed that the beads of water started to form more dense or bigger on my skin. And then they would run off because it's just water, but it made me think, what if I did that to a can? Would it create that same layer on it and cause the water or condensation to pool more to give me bigger droplets? That's exactly what happened. So let me show you how I do it. So I start off by cleaning my can, and then I just take the bar of soap and I make sure that I get a good, nice layer on it. Not enough to cause chunks of it to come off, obviously, or chunks of soap to come off of it, but just enough. And you can really feel the can. It's like squeaky clean now. Okay, let's dry it off. I don't want to rub off everything that we just did to it. And now I'll show you the difference. All right, I'm gonna do it the exact same way that we did it last time. We're gonna let those water droplets just fall onto the can. See, just. Now, if you look closely, our water droplets are much thicker than they were without the soap. Come back into my little cocoon. And here's the before and after without the soap and with the soap. Now, you might be saying to yourself, the difference is very minimal. And you're right, it is very minimal, but that's product photography. It is the minor details that change everything. What's gonna make your photo stand out from the rest of everybody else out there that does the exact same thing? These little minor details will make all the difference when you go to share your final deliverables with your client. They may not realize it, but you will. And now you know my little trick that I use on all my shoots to give you the best condensation so you can take it with you on your next shoot. I hope you all learned something today, and please don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, you know what to do. We're gonna be growing this channel from here on out. I look forward to being able to give you guys back a lot of the experience that I've gained over the years in my career as a photographer, director, all of that stuff. I'll see you all next time. And we out.